Now, let's do moon C. Turn it so moon C is at the top. Oh, good job. You did it. Good job. Here we go. Draw that line. Let's go a little bit quicker now. Draw that line. Remember, the easiest way to cut the moon in half right is just to connect the arrows on either side of it, okay? And again, we don't care about this part, the part that faces away from us. We can't see that part, okay? We can only see this part. How much of this moon would be lit up from the Earth? How much is lit up now? How much of moon C is lit up? Yes, exactly. Exactly half, okay? And which half is lit up? The right or the left? Which half is lit up? The right or the left? It would be the right. Yes. So over here, for moon C, we can do this one a little faster. If we connect the top to the bottom, if we want it to be half lit up, we just draw a perfect straight line straight down. So just do a perfect straight line straight down. And like you guys said, it's the right that's lit up. Okay? All right. So, what do normal people call this moon? What do normal people call this moon? What's this moon called to a normal person? And while you guys are typing that out, I'm going to write the real name down here. Normal people call it a half moon, right? Normal people call it a half moon, but as astronomers, we're not normal people. Clearly, we're not normal people, right? So what we call moon C, is a first quarter moon. The first quarter moon is the real name of the one everybody calls a half moon, okay? First quarter. Is that based on what it looks like? Is that name based on what it looks like? No, it doesn't. Does anybody know why we call it first quarter? That'll take too long for you guys to type. Here's why it's called first quarter. If this is the full orbit, how much of the orbit have we gone through when we get to point C? How much of the orbit have we done when we get to C? How much of the orbit have we gone through? 1/4. And it was the first quarter, right? So the name of moon C doesn't come from what it looks like. It comes from where it is in the orbit. It's gone through the first fourth of the orbit, or the first quarter. And be very careful about that, because a lot of people always want to make every moon look like its name. A very common mistake that I will see is people try to say that the first quarter moon looks like this. There we go. Is that... Have you ever seen the moon look like that? Like that? No. No, you haven't. You haven't seen the moon look like this. This moon would look like a triangle. And some people will draw this part lit up instead of that part, and it'll look like Pac-Man. It'll look like Pac-Man. No. You have never seen the moon look like. No. Sorry. No. Every time I get a triangle moon or a Pac-Man moon, I laugh at it every time. Please no. Every single moon you draw, make sure that you've seen that moon before, okay? Please. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Now, while we're at it, little review question. First quarter moon. When does the first quarter moon rise? What time does the first quarter moon rise? What time does it rise? Remember, right rise, right? We got to put that moon at the top and right rise, right rise. If this moon's here, right would be over here at noon, right? Right rise. It's at your zenith. Moon. The first quarter moon is straight over your head at 6 p.m., okay? And then it sets at midnight. So that moon rises at noon, it's over your head at 6 p.m., and it sets at midnight, okay? Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it eventually. Okay, let's do moon D. Let's do moon D. Do moon D. Draw that line. Cross out the top. We don't care about this stuff that points away from the Earth. Is this moon mostly light or mostly dark on its face? This side's the face from Earth. Mostly light or mostly dark? Mostly light. And now we have a little sliver of dark on the left. Okay? A little sliver of dark on the left. Okay, let's do this. We need to, again, come over here, draw your little mark, In order to get a little sliver of dark on the left side of the face, I'm going to have to bend the shadow like this. And then color in that little bit of darkness. So this moon is mostly light. I'm going to even cross off the stuff that's on the back of the head. Here we go. Here's the face. Mostly light with a little bit of dark on the left. Okay? I'm crossing off the stuff we can't see. Okay? Yeah, the far side, if you were floating around in space looking from this side, yeah, this side would be dark. But we're not over there. We're on the Earth. Okay? So, is this a crescent moon here? Is moon D a crescent moon? Yes or no? Is that a crescent moon? Don't let me trick you. Remember, you only name it based on the shape of the lit up part. Is the lit up part shaped like a croissant right here? No. We're getting close to full. We're not quite full yet, but we're getting close to full. The dark part is shaped like a croissant, but you wouldn't call it a crescent because you can't see the dark part, right? So that means that this one is not a crescent. It's only called a crescent if the lit up part is tiny, as a tiny little sliver, okay? So this is called something else entirely. This is called a waxing. So that part's the same. Waxing gibbous. 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 A waxing gibbous. Let me get it in the shot. There we go. So what does all this mean? Well, it's still called waxing because the light is still growing. And in fact, if we look at our moons in order, see how the light has been growing this whole time? We started with none, and we got more and more and more. So you know it's waxing if it's on the part of the cycle where the light is growing. Okay. Gibbous is an old word for swollen. Okay, so gibbous means, gibbous means swollen, right? Like my face, right? Check it out. So this one is called gibbous because the light is more than half. We say that the light is swollen, okay? So this is a waxing gibbous because it's swollen and still getting more swole, okay? That's a swole moon, all right? Gibbous or swole. Now, a lot of people make a mistake of reading this as Gibbons. I think they see their notes and they think their U was an N. It's not a Gibbons moon, okay? It's not a Gibbons moon because a gibbon is a monkey. There's no like ape or monkey moon, okay? So think of gibbous as just swollen. Okay. Now, let's do moon E. Here we go. We're halfway done, and the rest will be faster. Moon E. Okay, here we go. Some of you already, spoilers here. How much of this moon is lit up on the face? Here, the entire back of the head would be dark. How much is lit up now? How much of the moon is lit now? How lit is the moon? That moon is fully lit. That moon is fully lit up. Oh, and for anybody, if you're getting some bad quality due to your Wi-Fi or something, don't worry. The replays should be in full quality, okay? Everything is lit up. Everything is lit up. Oh, great. Give me 1 second. Got to restart the program. Moon is fully lit up. So when we draw Moon E, we don't have to draw anything. Okay? Moon E is fully lit up. Totally lit. We're good to go. Okay? Now, is a full moon a one-day moon or a multi-day moon? Is a full moon a one-day moon or a multi-day moon? 1 day or 6 day? It's a one-day moon. Yes, it's a one-day moon. It has to be perfectly 100% fully lit up to be a full moon. So down here, let's write in full. That's your full moon. And I'm bringing that up because a lot of times in werewolf movies, the full moon is 3 days long. So that's like totally wrong. Werewolf movies. I can buy a werewolf. I can buy a dude turning into a werewolf, but 3 days of full moon, nah, that's stupid. 3 days of full moon, that's not right. It's a 1 day moon. Why do they do that in those movies? It's to make the movie cooler, because, you know, like a werewolf only comes out on a full moon. If we had an accurate 1 full moon per month, then you would have a werewolf, and then you're like, oh no, there was a werewolf. Good thing we have a month to prepare. You have a whole month. Let's figure out who he is while he's a human being and stab him a bunch of times while he's a human. Just pop, 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 pop. Werewolf problem solved, okay? Figure out who he is. What's scarier, that or, oh no, 3 days of werewolf? 3 days of werewolf is way worse. You don't have that prep time, right? Now, how can they get away with saying that the moon is 3 days of full moon? Well, check out the moon the day before. If this is the full moon, Moon D was the day before, and it was the waxingest of waxing gibbuses. So what is the very last day of the waxing gibbous going to look like if it has grown as much as it can? What's that one going to look like? It's going to look like a full moon. The very last waxing gibbous is going to look so swollen that it's going to look full to the human eye. In fact, half the time that you've seen the full moon, you're probably wrong. Whenever I see a full moon, I'm always like, is it full though? I don't even trust my eyes. So be careful with that. If a werewolf is in your area, you only need to worry about it on an actual full moon. Like if the werewolf comes out and you're like, is it full though? And then you guys look it up and you find out it's actually a waxing gibbous. I imagine at that point the werewolf just turns right back into a human or something. Just, oh, sorry, man. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Anyway, get back into this.